What's up everyone? Today I wanted to bring up 5 simple tips you can think about that can really help to improve the quality of your video as you're out there snowboarding without having to buy any new gear. Just thinking about framing up your shots a little bit more and also the settings on your camera. Alright, first thing, and this is probably the one I see the most often, is don't butt film. Don't film from the back side of the rider. Generally, you always want to be filming the front side of the rider. It's going to make a better shot, and once you're reviewing the footage, you're in there editing, it's just going to make a better shot to work with. And you're also always going to want to keep the entire rider in frame as much as possible. And kind of going along with that is that it's usually better to film as close up as possible, especially if you're filming with like a GoPro or some kind of camera that has a fisheye. You generally want to stay as close to the rider as possible without having any head cuts or board cuts. There are some situations where maybe you want to get some of the background in the shot, so maybe you'll stay further away, but just think about the framing, and as a general rule, I'd say try to stay as close as possible to the rider. Something you can do to help with that if you feel like you're having trouble staying really close to the rider is film at a higher resolution. If you're filming at 2.7K or 4K, as you're editing you can crop in that footage so it looks like it's closer to the rider and you'll still have that full HD quality. Also think about camera angles. A video that's filmed from one angle the whole time can be pretty boring to watch, so figure out a few different angles that you like and you're comfortable with and make sure to switch it up throughout the day. Some things like the feature that the rider is hitting or even the trick that they're doing can maybe impact the angle that you choose, or even the lighting depending on the time of day that you're filming. Another thing I'd recommend is always filming at a higher frame rate so that you can get slow motion. So at least like 60 or 120 frames per second. There's really no excuse not to. If you're filming with a GoPro, you can go all the way up to 240 nowadays. Even cell phones, most of them can go to 120 or 240. Even 60 frames per second is going to allow you to slow that clip down to half speed. 120 is going to allow you to slow it down to that really smooth, buttery 25% slow-mo. And it's just something to add a little bit of a different feel to the video. And the last thing is to always think about trying to get the most steady footage as possible as you're out there filming. If you're doing a follow cam, really focus on trying to keep that camera as steady as possible. It's a little bit easier if you're posted up or you're doing pans or something like that, but just always be thinking about trying to get the most steady footage as possible as you're out there filming. There is something you can do if you feel like you got shaky footage once you get back home and you're editing. It's called Warp Stabilizer in Premiere Pro. Makes a huge difference, and I'm sure that there's other equivalents of that in other editing software if you're not using Premiere Pro. If you want that really super steady cinematic looking footage, I'd say you're probably gonna have to go with a gimbal. The new GoPro Hero 7 stabilization makes a huge difference as well. But for the most part, I'd say if you're just thinking about getting a steady shot and then you throw on a warp stabilizer, it's gonna make a huge difference. No one wants to sit down and watch shaky footage. Awesome guys, so I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe. Hope you all have fun out there riding and filming with your friends this season, and I will see you guys in a new video soon. Take care guys.